Okay, so now we're going to begin the installation of the heater. You can see here that the appropriate wire size is hanging out of the wall. This is a 6,000 watt heater, so we have a 10 gauge wire here. Cedarbrook Saunas does not do the connections on the sauna heaters, and we recommend that you don't do it yourself either, and you hire a certified electrician to come and do those connections. What they'll do is use a piece of seal-tight conduit that will cover this and use the proper connectors that connect to the knockouts of the heater, and they'll do the connection after the fact for you. But for mounting this heater on the wall, what you want to do is you follow this little template that comes with the heater in the box. This shows you where the screws are going to be mounted. And on this particular heater, this is a Polar heater by our friendly Finnish manufacturer, that show you how high the heater is going to be mounted off the floor. I believe with this particular one, it's an 8-inch clearance off the floor. This is a wall mount heater. And in most residential settings, you do get a wall mount heater. It's not until you have a very large room that you go to commercial heaters which stand on the floor. Anyway, as you can see in the diagram here, they show you the clearance between the floor and the heater, and it's actually a 6-inch clearance. I thought it was 8 inches, but it's a 6-inch clearance. So what you'll want to do then is turn your heater around, and you can see the two mounting holes on the heater. What I always do, and this is the easiest, is I just measure from the floor up to the first mounting hole, which is 11 inches as you see, and then I'm going to add the 6 inches of clearance that the manufacturer calls for. So we've got 6 inches plus 11 inches, so our bottom hole is going to be 16 inches off the floor. And that's where this template comes in. This is the bottom hole in the template, so we're going to place this bottom hole 16 inches off the floor. This particular heater is going to be mounting on this section of wall here, and we've got the whole section to work with. So in my opinion, just for the best composition and the best layout, we're going to center this heater in this wall, in this short wall here. We have a 26.5-inch wall, and our heater is 16 inches wide. So if we give about 5 inches on each side, we're going to be about exactly centered. So we're going to come over here 5 inches, and now we're going to come up 16 and make a mark. And this is going to be the location of the right bottom hole. So we'll take our template. I always like to use a screw or a nail or something that's sharp, and I just poke it. So now what I'm going to do is lay this template on the wall. I'm going to level it up. You can usually just with your eye see that it's level with one of the corresponding lines of the tongue and groove here. But be careful when you're doing this, because this is going to determine where your heater hangs, and it'll be there forever. I'm just going to make a little puncture mark at each one of these screw sites. Okay, so now we've marked where our mounting screws are going to go. I always think that it's advisable to tap out this hole a little bit so you don't split the cedar. Cedar's pretty soft as far as lumbers go, but it's a good precautionary measure to take. Okay, the next thing you want to do is pull out your mounting screws, and those will come supplied with the heater.